Yeah?
You fight like...
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
He's made of ran.
I am rubber, you are glue.
Good little ran face.
Wow, you're good enough to
Okay,
fight
squirmy
the
ran face.
sword
What you doing?
master.
Why are you being so squirmy? Okay. Go down.
What you be wanting, you scurvy lubber?
So, have you ever heard a
My name
tabby
is
that
Guybrush
makes that
Threepwood.
noise
Prepare
instead
to
of meow?
die.
The fact that he goes meh instead of, you know,
Ugh, you
making
make
a
me
meow.
wanna puke.
Oh, yeah?
I give up. You win.
I'm just trying to get that last insult. I don't care about fighting these guys.
Aye, this better.
My
I'm gonna start skipping unless they give me the answer,
I'm...
because that's literally the last one.
I give up.
Stop it.
My name.
I'm literally just skipping lines trying to get this last one.
You make me think
There we
somebody
go.
already did.
Now I think I've got literally everyone in the entire game.
People fall at my feet when they see me coming.
Let's see.
Even before they smell your breath? Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
First, you better stop waving it like a feather duster. You make me want to puke.
You make me think somebody already did. I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
I am rubber, you are glue. Wow, you're good enough to fight the sword master.
So we're gonna go fight the Swordmaster now. So Retro Toaster, have you heard a cat that makes that sort of noise before? Because he's the first cat I've had that sounds like that. Or he just goes, "Rah!"
How dare you approach the Swordmaster with... Oh, it's you again.
Hi, I'm selling these fine leather jackets.
Do you have one in size 3? Of course you don't. Because you're not really a jacket salesman. Let's be honest. You're here to prove yourself to the pirate leaders in hopes of
Silly
one day
Mr.
being
Ran.
as immoral as they are.
Yep. Nailed it right on the head.
Oh, so you haven't had a ran cat?
I can tell by the sarcastic expression on your face that you've been fully trained by Captain Smirk. Let's get this over with. I usually see people like you passed out on tavern floors.
Even before they smell your breath?
My sword is famous all over the Caribbean.
So you used to have a tortoiseshell cat that would make that noise.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
If your brother's like you, better to marry a pig.
Let's see.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
That one wasn't correct.
Every word you say to me is stupid.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me.
My name is feared in every dirty corner of this island.
Let's see here.
So you got that job as a janitor after all.
That was it.
Only once have I met such a coward.
He must have taught you everything you know.
I give up. You win. Well, I hope you're happy. You can go back and brag to all your friends about how you beat the Swordmaster. You'll need proof. Here, this should convince them.
Yeah, if I ever cosplay, I would love to have this as well.
It says, I beat the Swordmaster.
Yeah. I beat the Swordmaster, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. I definitely want I want to have a t-shirt of that. Hell, I should draw that. I should make that a t-shirt.
What you be wanting, you scurvy lubber?
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. My name is feared in every dirty corner of this island.
That's not fair! You're using the Swordmaster's insults, I see.
Yeah, you can just do this to, like, completely wreck them.
My sword is famous all over the Caribbean.
That's not fair! You're using the Swordmaster's insults, I see.
If your brother's like you, better to marry a pig.
That's not fair! You're using the Swordmaster's insults, I see.
So,
Wow! You're good enough to fight the Swordmaster!
do you think that would be a thing that would be fun to have as some goofy merch? I'm just wondering if anybody would actually buy my merch.
Creepy.
There you go. Yeah, that's what you do. You're supposed to have a map to do that, but you can just blunder your way through there. Just look for anything that looks different.
The legendary lost treasure of Melee Island. This carefully reproduced piece of Melee Island history has delighted thousands of would-be pirates and their families for generations.
As I'm doing it.
Remember, there are other pirates on this island. So go easy on the treasure. Leave some for the next person.
So I need to figure out how to actually...
Here lies treasure of such unimaginable wealth. Well, you'll just have to dig it up to believe it.
I need to figure out how you actually
Paid
do
for by the Melee Island Chamber of Commerce.
The hell is the name of it? Like alerts that would have, you know, like visuals. Like, you know, I'd kind of want something that essentially does this, where... Let's make Giga Chadley smaller for a second. Or you could make Giga Chadley basically do something like this, where it's like... Cloud! And, you know, do something like that. Like, I need to figure out how you actually pull that off.
Looks like a big plus sign. What could that possibly mean?
I've also wanted to have a thing of the like Final Fantasy V victory music, which I played on stream once, but have, you know, somebody come off from the edge of the screen, doing the little like that you see when you win a battle in like any of the 2D Final Fantasies.
This shouldn't take too long.
I just don't know how to make that happen, where it slides in from somewhere, does something, and disappears without making it a video.
Pass.
Hey, I think I hit something. Oh boy! It's a t-shirt. Not my size, but a nice one nonetheless. Well, I guess I should put all this dirt back now.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I should put the dirt back.
More hours pass.
Looks like a big plus sign. What could that possibly mean? I found the treasure of Melee Island and all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
Yeah, I would also want that.
I'm not stupid enough to do that twice.
Howdy.
I also would love to somehow create
I'm
this
Stan
coat.
of Stan's previously owned vessels, and I'd stand on my head to make you a deal. What sort of craft are you looking for? Big? Little? Fast? Slow? You want it? I got it. And if I don't got it, I'll get it. I want to make you a deal.
Notice how the
that
pattern
you're
on his
happy with.
shirts, or on his
Because if
jacket,
you're
stays
not
exactly the
happy,
same as he
I'm
moves.
not happy.
I would
know
love to
you're
somehow
gonna leave here
recreate that.
happy today. How do I know? Just look at all these ships. I've got something for everyone. Come, take a look around. So tell me, what are you interested in looking at today?
So, do you understand from a game design standpoint, how his jacket does that?
That spiffy blue one by your office looks nice.
Of course it does. It's mine, and it's not for sale. What else can I show you?
So, what it is he's got essentially a box drawn around him like this. You know, like follow my cursor. So he's got a box drawn around his torso, like right under his neck. And his jacket shape is actually just essentially revealing a texture that's actually like right here underneath him. So whenever he flails like this in front of it, it just reveals it.
Something not too expensive, but built to last.
Affordable quality. Hey, that's my motto. I've got just the boat for you. Walk this way.
And so I have an idea of how to create it, but I don't know how to create it without it costing thousands of dollars.
But I can also tell that quality means a lot to you. I mean, just look at the way you dress. Rugged, like this baby. She comes from a land far to the north, where the sea is as unforgiving as the men are tough, and hey, you wouldn't happen to be from there, would you? You just seem to have a sort of Nordic quality about you. Anyway, we're talking about a real value here. Just how much were you looking to spend today?
So the thing I've had as an idea of how you would pull off his coat to where you could do this and it would stay the same, is pretty much it would require a lot of programming. And they make OLED in fabric, but it's like tens of thousands of dollars per yard. So that's the problem is you could make that jacket and you could have it set to where it would always have the same pattern, but then detect up and down where your arm goes so that it would like change to stay the same. Which would work, but it would be really, really expensive to create.
All I have is this rubber chicken.
Is it one of those rubber chickens with a pulley in the middle?
Does that make sense?
I already got one of those. You wouldn't happen to have any other means of finance, would you?
Oh, no more than 100 odd pieces of 8.
I'm glad this ship doesn't have ears, my friend. Because if she did, she'd slap your face.
Yeah, like when I
doubt
see-
you're carrying enough cash on you for this transaction. You wouldn't happen to have any other means of finance, would you?
I'm seeing if you can buy it. And not commercially. Okay.
Money is no object.
Well, it is with me. How much you got?
I'd like to get one
Actually,
on
I
credit.
was hoping to get one on credit.
Sorry, kid. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. That's just old Stan's philosophy. If you've got a job, the storekeeper in town might extend you some credit.
But you could at least
Then
make it
we
by
have
just
something
printing.
to talk about. Unless,
It
of
wouldn't
course,
have quite the
you've
same
already
effect, but
got
you could
some
make a
other
square
means of
plaid, like
financing.
a pink and blue plaid.
On second thought, this may not be the ship for me.
Okay, but I got 5 of the guys coming back to look at this baby today. Don't count on it being here if you change your mind. So, what else can I show you?
Let's see.
Actually,
I'd like to browse.
I'd like to go think about it some more.
Sure, think it over. I don't want you to feel pressured or anything. Bye now.
He's just like an intentionally cheesy salesman.
I forgot to give you my card. And here's something else to remember me by.
Now that I look at it, the pattern
Compass?
doesn't actually stay the
An
same.
extra strong magnetic compass.
With your picture on it.
That's right. It always points directly back here.
But yeah,
So
he's
if
basically
you're
just
looking
drawn
for
with a
good
box
deal,
around him so that
you
when he
know where to
flails, he
go.
reveals parts
I'll
of his
be right here
jacket
when
pattern.
You come back.
That way
But
it's constantly
I can't
changing.
guarantee that any of these ships will.
Right.
They're moving fast today. Yes, sirree. Can't hardly keep anything in stock. He'll be back.
You want to see what you actually do with the rubber chicken in the pulley middle? Because it does actually have a use. One use.
Gaudy, but in a cheerful sort of way. I think it could support my weight.
So you go up here. And that's what you do with it.
Hey! I don't like visitors. Who are you?
I'd also love to meet the actor who plays this guy.
Excuse me, but the sign said there were restrooms in here?
Sorry, but that sign's a little out of date. I used to have a thriving tourist business here. I had animal wax, tattoo demonstrations, souvenirs. But there was a little accident with one of the trained animals. One of our guests was hurt very badly. So I was shut down, put out of business. And since then, I've lived here all alone.
Do you recognize
and
this
the only
actor?
company I have is the same beast that mauled that unlucky tourist. The same beast that made me a hermit. A monster that, just by coincidence, is identical to one what attacked me when I was just a child and left me with these hooks instead of hands. A deformed man. Jeez, now I'm all depressed. Thanks a lot. Can't you just leave me alone now?
I'm Bobbin Threadbare. Are you my mother?
No, your mother was a duck. Now beat it.
Do you recognize this actor?
Whoops, I just realized that this is the wrong house.
Oh, okay. Have a nice time on Melee Island.
That is Cam Clark. Most known for being Leonardo in the 80s Ninja Turtles and Liquid Snake in Metal Gear Solid.
Wow, it works both ways. That's some chicken.
Which I was honestly considering playing Metal Gear Solid today. I just couldn't get the PC version to work and be captured. And did not feel like setting up the PlayStation 1 or 2. And doing all the configuration. So I was like, I could play this. This'll work. And you notice he's gone.
What was that? I'm so confused.
Hey, what are you doing just standing around? The governor's been kidnapped.
What? By whom?
LeChuck's got her on that ship that just sailed off. I'm afraid we've seen the last of her.
Let's see here. Where did they go to?
Where did they go?
LeChuck's taken the governor back to his hideout on Monkey Island. I'm afraid that
Mankey
no
Island?
pirate on this island is brave enough to follow him there. But hey, good luck. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. They left this note. You can have it, but I don't think you'll like what it says.
Let's see if we look at it.
Attention, pirates of Melee. Your governor is alive and well and by my side as she was always meant to be. If you try to find us, you will only meet with horrifying disaster. Yours truly, Captain LeChuck.
Well, so it sounds like we need to do something about it. Let's recruit some people in the bar. Oh, wait, nobody's in the bar. Let's talk to the cook.
Where are all the pirates?
The governor is gone. LeChuck and his spectral crew came and got her. They put her in the ghost ship and spirited her away. She was so good to me. Always conveniently losing those health board reports.
I love
For small
that.
consideration, of course. What'll become of my business? Oh, woe is me.
What can I do to save her?
You must get a ship and go after her. The ghost pirate's lair is on Monkey Island. Everybody knows that. Don't ask me how.
Yeah.
All you need to do is find a way there.
Would you
Will
join
you join
me?
me?
Alas, I cannot go to sea. An old war injury. I'm sure you understand.
Where can I get a
Where can I get a ship?
Why, it's Smiling Stand's used shipyard. Same as everybody else. Tell 'em I sent you. We're old friends.
Get me a drink.
Get your own drink.
Right, I'm off.
Don't
Good
forget
luck.
to wear your mittens.
Be sure to wear your mittens. And your galoshes. And don't forget to write. Bye now.
Alright. So this is one quest right here that is damn near impossible when you're doing the special edition. Because in the special edition, it doesn't have this inventory on screen at all times. So you'll see when I do this puzzle where you basically have to... oh, and I want some more smeat. More smeat.
Ow! Got it.
So yeah, if we use these cups, you'll see this.
This stuff is eating right through the...
So he says it's eating through the mug. And you can see it's actually deforming the mug right here. And it's time-based, so... yeah, you can see it's a blob now. So you have to combine a melted mug with a non-melting mug. And then get it to the lock and pour it on the lock.
Hey, great! A drink! I'm real thirsty. Yikes!
But the issue there...
wow! And to think I used to drink that stuff. I'm free! Oh yeah, thanks. If there's anything I can ever do for you.
Well, actually, there is something. I'm looking for brave people to join my crew
Yeah,
and sail off
because
to
it
Monkey
doesn't
Island
stay
to
on
rescue the
screen.
governor.
Because it doesn't stay on screen and you have to open up the inventory by hitting I or like moving to a specific spot on the screen and clicking an icon, it's really hard to know when they're, getting close to their like failing point. Because if you let them melt all the way, it just says like the grog is leaked out and you just lose it and you have to go try again. So you're constantly having to like pause, open the inventory, combine them, and then move to the next area over and over. So it's really a lot
She's
more
been abducted by the
of a
fearsome
pain in
pirate
the
LeChuck
ass
and is being held against her will somewhere
in the
his
special
secret
edition.
hideout.
I see. Well, yes, LeChuck, you say? Well, yes, yes, of course. We must sail to Monkey Island and... hey, look behind you, a three-headed monkey!
I can't believe I fell for that. Pretty good trick, though.
So let's see. If you look at the lock,
I think it's welded shut now.
Meanwhile, having just returned from Melee, LeChuck and his crew find their old hiding place in the underground rivers of Monkey Island and drop anchor.
Captain, sir,
yeah, I always thought this
I
was
just stopped by
brutal.
to congratulate you on your kidnapping mission. Captain? Captain, are you all right?
He just like has Fester Shinetop's skin as a suit
Never
and just
felt
tears
better.
it off.
And how fares our prisoner?
Ah, yes, the prisoner. We had a little trouble.
Trouble!
No, nothing to worry about, sir. Everything's under control. She escaped a few times, but we've got her locked up in the brig. No one's getting in or out of there.
For your sake, I hope not. With years of planning almost destroyed by my death, I'm not taking any chances now.
You took care of Mr. Threepwood, then?
Guybrush Threepwood will not be a problem. At this very moment, he's 20 feet underwater. Probably bloated up like a fattened pig. His eyes being eaten out by crabs. Fish pecking at his fingers.
Delicious
Kinda makes you
fingies.
wish you were there to watch.
Ah, yes, sir. Ugh. Sure does at that.
Now, go check on the route. Make sure it's locked up tight.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So yeah, let's set up a time to do some
I
looting.
don't see anything special about it.
May I help you?
I'm here to loot the governor's mansion.
And do you have reservations, sir?
Reservations? For looting?
Oh, yes, very popular when the governor's away. Chaos.
Do
would
you have
ensue if we
looting
didn't
reservations?
Have a system now. Unless you have reservations, you'll have to leave.
Why, yes, I do have reservations.
And what name would they be under?
Let's see here.
It's probably under S. For Shine Top?
Nice try, but we're booked solid for the next 5 hours. But I might be able to squeeze you in around the 2 o'clock hour. Would that be okay?
Yes, that would be fine.
Yes, I'd love to have looting at that
Superb.
time.
I'll put you down for 1 to loot the governor's mansion at 2:30. Your reservations are for 2:30, sir.
You
Come
want
back
looting
then.
reservations? Yes, we get looting. They are payable. All loot is payable to vitamin_chi in the form of bits.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock.
So it's 10 o'clock.
Still 10 o'clock.
So what time is it now?
Seems like it's always 10 o'clock on this island.
So it's still 10 o'clock and it always will be, so it will never reach 2:30. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Hello? Yikes.
So you have returned to learn future.
Yes, I must go after the governor.
I see you with some others willing to help in your cause.
I really hate that flashing. Makes me see spots.
Quiet. I am getting another vision. You must.
Must what?
You must go to Monkey Island. Once there, you will search for the ghost pirate LeChuck. He hides deep, deep beneath Monkey Island.
So,
There's
when shall
only
we do
one
the
thing
looting?
Powerful enough to destroy LeChuck.
What?
It's an ancient root. Once prepared, the root can destroy a ghost with one touch.
Yeah!
I'm getting more vision.
Spill it!
I see the cannibals that live on the island.
Delicious.
They are helping you or eating you. I can't tell. The vision isn't coming in clear anymore.
Great.
Now go and find the one that loves you. But be warned,
Don't worry, I'll watch out for LeChuck.
not of LeChuck, of yourself. What you will find out about yourself and your world. It will terrify you.
Scary. So let's see here. How about we try and hire these guys?
Did you know the governor's been kidnapped?
Well, yes, we knew about that.
Can I interest you in a dream vacation to Monkey Island? Because of this sudden change in local government, I'm prepared to offer you a once-in-a-lifetime price on a cruise to that scenic wonderland, Monkey Island.
Mankey
And the
Island!
amazing thing about this offer is the price. Absolutely free. All you have to do is help me crew the ship and island paradise can be yours Free! And we might just rescue the governor
Free!
while we're at it.
Well,
The governor can probably take care of herself.
and we are sort of busy here.
Yeah.
Yes, Island Paradise
And
time.
we've got the circus to think of.
We've got to find the elephant.
And get rid of these minutes. I'm sorry. We simply can't go at this time.
I said don't pester the rat.
So, would you like to
Excuse
go
me, but
to an
no-
island paradise?
Now it's only you again.
My cousin Sven sends his regards.
I see. Let's talk business. You want to buy a map to the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island?
I already did that.
Only one in existence. Rare. Very rare. Only 100 pieces of 8.
No thanks. I don't want it.
Not enough money, huh?
Oh, I have enough
Come
money. It's
back
just a
when you're
scam.
serious about treasure hunting, kid.
Aw, you can't give it to him. Like, that's lame. I thought you could. So how did you end up doing those surveys you were talking about that somehow gave you bits? I'm just interested how that worked because I've never seen it. Dragon Dude has a Chad emote. Chad Dragon. I like my Giga Chadley emote though. I very, very much like that.
Any sign of the governor?
None. As I said, I fear we've seen the last of her.
Oh yeah, we need to do this in the village. I forgot. I need some actual paper and a pen or a pencil. Yeah. The reason for this is what I'm about to do is randomly generated. So I actually need to have it written down. You looked up Twitch RPG, connected to my Twitch account, looked out for emails. You have to complete them usually within 24 hours or they expire. Is Twitch RPG like on Twitch somewhere?
I've got my eye on you, boy. Steal anything and I break your legs.
Let's
What
see
do you
here.
want?
I'm interested in procuring a note of credit.
You are you? You got a job?
Yes, of course I do.
All right. I'll get one of my notes and we'll fill it out.
All right, let's see here. That should work.
Let's see here. What did you say your occupation was?
Let's see here. I'm an
I'm
acrobat,
an acrobat
with
with
the
a traveling circus.
You're one of them fettuccine brothers? Where's your silly accent?
Yeah,
Where's
silly accent.
slippers? Come back when you got a job in a credible business.
But what if I have the shitty accent as yeah? When I'm doing a really terrible Swedish sort of accent, it is really, really bad. I got it. I do like how he uses a sword as a cane.
What else do you want?
I'm looking for the Sword Master of Melee Island.
Yeah, like I'm gonna fall for that one again.
Oh, please. I won't steal anything this time, I promise.
I guess I could hike all the way over there. Again.
Again.
I'll be right back. I've got my eyes on you, Weasel Boy. Don't try anything.
But Weasel Boy. Let's see here.
There's nothing in here but this note.
There we go. Randomly generated.
I, the good and honorable storekeeper, do hereby take liability for the debts of the bearer of this note for any amount up to 5,000 pieces of 8.
That's what we needed. I thought you could double click to do that. I guess that doesn't happen in this game. Where you can like skip to somewhere by double clicking. The weird teleport doors. So how did you find out about the Twitch RPG thing? Because I have not heard it advertised or talked about whatsoever.
I'll save you, Elaine. I promise.
I do like how it changes when you look at that picture versus the first time. Let's see, we need to go to the ship importing, which I swear you could double click on it and it would teleport you there, but I guess not.
Howdy. Great to see you again.
Yeah, I've Googled it. I'll look
knew
into
you'd
it
come
afterwards.
back. Everybody does. You know why they come back? Just look at all these ships. I've got something for everyone. Come, take a look around.
Yeah, they don't advertise it yet. That's how they get feedback. Okay, so it's actual
what
feedback.
else
It's not
can I
like
show you?
an RPG game you play. Okay. You know, it's a word that I thought was completely made up. Let's see here. Yeah, that. I did not know that was a word until I played Zelda Wind Waker, because I thought that was just that Zelda Wind Waker. I was like, oh my god, look, it's got a spelling error, because I thought it was supposed to be slide, and they just spelled it wrong. Nope, it is not saddle. Siddle is to press up against a wall and shuffle to the side. And yes, I can mime shuffle. Mime shuffle away! Yeah, which is what you do when there's a certain section of Wind Waker where you press the A button and he like squishes up against the wall and then you can like shuffle to the side. And I just thought it was slide, as in like slide to the side.
I don't really have that much to spend.
Have no fear. Every ship I sell is a bargain. But if you're looking for a real steal, I've got just the boat for you. Walk this way.
Yeah, to walk in an unobtrusive, timid manner sideways. Yep.
This here is the famous Sea Monkey, the only ship ever to make it to Monkey Island and come back with anyone aboard left alive. Or should I say, any.
I know what unobtrusive,
You
timid
see,
mean.
The previous owners of the ship
And
were
oblique,
two
I understand.
adventurous pirates. They set off, like many before, to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island. And like many before, they disappeared forever. Their fate? A mystery. Almost as
Also,
mysterious as how the ship
sideways
returned
means to
Melee
move
Island without
left
a
and right.
single human aboard. Some claim it was sailed back by a crew of chimps.
Chimps? There aren't any chimps in the Caribbean.
Oh, shut up. It makes a good story. Anyway,
Unobtrusive?
this baby's mine now.
Unobtrusive
That is,
would
until
mean
someone
to
makes
not
me an
get in the
offer.
way or not to
Let's talk
trigger,
about money. Your money.
I got credit from the storekeeper. Will you take it?
Hey, of course.
Yeah, unobtrusive,
Your credit's always good at
unintrusive,
stamps.
obtrusive,
It
and
doesn't matter if you've
intrusive.
had
I think
credit
mean the same
problems in
thing.
past. Divorce, bankruptcy, chronic gambling mishaps. I mean, who am I to judge, right? If the storekeeper trusts you enough to give you a letter of credit, then you must be an honest man
Yeah,
with a
obtrusive
steady income,
is-
right?
Right.
Let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? I know
Let's
you
see.
want it. You know you want it. And I know that you know that I want to sell it, so...
Obtrusive means to be noticeable or prominent in an unwelcome way.
Well, what do you think it's worth?
You could sail this puppy away today for just 10,000 pieces of 8. How does that sound to you?
Let's talk extras.
Extras? You want to talk extras? Great!
You know,
This
it's one
baby's
thing
loaded
stupid
with
about English?
extras. For instance, did I tell you about the porthole defoggers?
You know, it's one thing that's really stupid about English is flammable means that something can be caught on fire. Inflammable means that something can be caught on fire. Oh, and by the way, flammable means that it can be caught on fire. And also, inflammable means that it can be caught on fire.
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Okay, but don't blame me if you run into an iceberg or something. But wait, there's more.
Also,
Did I
all
tell
the
you about
weird
the
language,
anti-lock anchor?
all the weird things that you can... Oh, no, inflammable means that it can be caught on fire. And flammable means that it can be caught on fire. Yeah, look it up. Inflammable, which should mean that it's not flammable, means that it is flammable. Because normally you'd have coherent and incoherent. But flammable and inflammable both mean you can catch something on fire. Oh, yeah. Like, I learned that if you were to get a small bag that was popular in the 90s that you would wear around the waist that had a zipper that somehow has made its way back into fashion, the United States would call that a fanny pack, which means something completely different in England. Also, why? Yeah. Why is this correct? And this is also correct. Also, you want to see one of the stupidest words? The word Q is a Q with 4 silent letters behind it.
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Sure, throw safety to the wind. But wait,
Well,
there's
aluminum
more.
is
Did I tell you
actually
about
a
the
different
rack
one.
and pinion rudder?
So, aluminum and aluminium are actually pronounced differently. But dialogue and color are pronounced exactly the same.
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Well, I guess it'll float without it. Barely. But wait, there's more. Did I tell you about the velour sail covers?
And would you like to have a velour sail cover today?
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Hey, travel light. I can understand that, sure. Of course, mutiny is an ugly word. But wait, there's more. Did I tell you about the tachometer?
Which, it's not a tachometer. Oh god, is that a pun? Because it's supposed to be tachometer. Yeah, that probably is a pun that I didn't get until now.
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Wow, does your wife know you're such a cheapskate? But wait, there's more. Did I tell you about the elevator made with wood from Burgundy wine casks?
Yeah, you actually want an elevator made out of Burgundy wine casks.
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of decadent, isn't it? But wait, there's more. Did I tell you about this simulated wood siding?
I think I can live without that particular piece of junk.
I think you can do this faster, but this is the
Okay,
way I like to do it
but I'm
because it's
telling
funny.
you, barnacles hate simulated wood. But wait, there's more. Did I tell you about the porthole defoggers?
Okay, that's all of it.
Enough about extras already.
Okay, where were we?
Well, what do you think it's worth?
You could sail this puppy away today for just 6,850 pieces of 8. How does that sound to you?
Well, what do you think it's worth?
You could sail this puppy away
Okay, I was
today.
checking
How
if you
does
would do
that-
it again.
I'd like to make you an offer.
Great. How much?
I'd like to pay 2,000 pieces of 8.
2,000 sounds good.
Sure, I guess we can start out at the bottom. I got all day. I'm going to be getting a whole new shipment next week, so you got me over a barrel. I've got to sell
Do the
this
stand
thing,
hands.
even if it means losing my shirt.
Well, what do you think it's worth?
You could sail this puppy. How does that?
I'd like to make you an offer.
Great. How much?
Also, the thing about... have you ever seen the joke of... Actually, I've got a question. Over there in the UK, do they do that teaching rule of I before E except after C? Do they teach that?
I'd still like to pay 2,000.
That's still not enough money. Just tell me, what would it take to get you to sail this ship away today?
I'd like to make you an offer.
Great. How much?
So, one of my favorite ones is... Let's see here. Yeah, I before E except after C, and when your foreign neighbors Keith and Heidi seize their 8 counterfeit heifer sleighs from feisty caffeinated weightlifters on average height in a heist. Weird.
How does 3,000 pieces of 8 sound?
That's a little bit more like it, but not much. I know you can try harder than that. You realize, don't you, that they just don't make them like this anymore?
You've noticed a few new lurkers. DOS seems to attract new people. If only Kyle realized that. Yeah. Because I know Enzo's in there, but Enzo talked earlier, and then there's a couple others that are always here, but you're right.
Well, what do you think it's worth?
You could sail this puppy away today for just 6,350 pieces of 8. How does that?
I'd like to make you an offer.
Great. How?
So, it's also that this game is just super, super classic.
Okay. 4,000 pieces of 8.
But at the same time,
That's a little bit more like it.
why do you think that some people don't want to do that?
Harder than that, buddy. You can tell me the truth. It's the little woman, isn't it? You're afraid of what she'll say when you come home with a new ship. Don't be such a wimp. Stand up to her. She'll respect
I wonder
you
if I
for
could
it.
make Red
And
Baron
when
run.
she sees this ship, she'll love you for it. Trust me.
Yeah. That's the thing, is that unless you were in one of the countries that the Commodore or the here's a way to piss you off, ZX Spectrum was popular,
I'd like to make you an offer.
that, you know, that it just wasn't a thing.
How much?
That, I mean, everybody used DOS. DOS was legitimately used up until Windows XP. And yes, I know it's the ZX Spectrum. I was being a troll. But
Did I already say 4,000 pieces of 8?
4,000 pieces of 8. Okay. It's killing me, but okay. And I thought I was gonna
So,
give my children Christmas presents.
was
this
the
year.
what the hell's the name of
Just
that thing?
take it out of here. I'm glad to get rid of it. Oh yeah, do you have that note from the storekeeper on you? Thanks. I've got to run these numbers by my boss. He'll think I'm nuts, but I'll talk him into it. You meet me at the dock with your crew.
Yeah, you're saying
I'll bring
DOS
the ship
spanned
and
the
the
80s,
papers.
90s, and early
I just
2000s.
want to say
Yup.
that I really feel like we got to know each other today. I mean, I really felt
Because
some
Windows
bonding
95,
here.
98,
and I don't just say that to
and ME
everybody.
were all
It's
just
been
running on
great
top of
doing
DOS
business with
secretly.
you. Really? Sucker. See you at the dock, and don't forget your crew. All 3 of them.
Yeah, because that was the thing with it, is that you talk about it outlived the Amiga. Living here in the United States, I had never heard of an Amiga even one time until I started actually started browsing like old software on these like retro groups, and they're like, yeah, you know, like I've got this version for Amiga, and you know, like, oh, Lemmings sounded better or looked better on the Amiga than, you know, on DOS. And I was like, what the hell's an Amiga? Because like the Commodore 64 was kind of known here as like the ultra budget computer, and to an even lesser degree the VIC-20, but the Amiga, the fuck's an Amiga? Like, I never heard of it until I was, you know, using the internet.
Look, I told you, no visitors.
All the hideous Euro jank platformers. What was with that? That there was just like this specific weirdness about platformers that were made by European companies that were not like Rare or somebody like that. Just why? Also, did you have the Mega Drive, or was it actually Genesis? Because I thought Genesis was an exclusive USA name.
The governor's been kidnapped!
What? That's preposterous.
Oh, really? Take a look at this note they left.
Oh no. This is horrible. What are we going to do?
Yeah, that would have been the Genesis and the Sega CD.
We become overcome with despair and just give up?
Well, that's one solution. Wait. Oh, no. We could get a ship and a crew and
I actually was
go
very,
west to her.
What an idea!
very much debating playing that today.
If we only had a captain.
Well, what about me?
In fact,
Ha! You? Ha!
here's my console for it.
Oh!